Alright, here at Starbucks now. Just read chapter 11, titled Gus. Gus being, I don't know why in my head I got this character wrong. I know he was like the boss towards Joe, but for some reason I thought he was like, Joe was envy of Gus. Well, he is envy of Gus, but for some reason I thought Gus was like a man who had bad habits and he was successful taking advantage of people. And I totally misread like the first chapter essentially. But anyways, Gus, turns out, he is the actual connector. He's the guy that introduced Ernesto to Deborah. He's the guy that got Sam and Pindar connected as far as financial advisor to Pindar, and then Pindar to Deborah buying or selling the commercial space for Ernesto, and even I think Gus's wife, their house. So it's interesting. Joe actually came to the realization he actually asked and put together the question of how did he word it? He asked straight up, Gus, it's you, isn't it? You're the connector. Gus looked back at Joe and spread out his hands. You got me! So, turns out Gus is the connector, and he knows all about the 5 laws of stratospheric success because at one point he went through the same thing that Joe's going through, where he met Pindar and went through the same weekly experience and instilled those habits. And then Joe asked him bluntly, straight up, forgive me, Gus, but aren't you must be worth millions, kind of thing. And the book actually doesn't specify how much he's worth, but all it says is Joe nodded, Gus named a figure, and boom, Joe's knees went weak. Why do you still work here? Why do you still work at all? Before Gus could answer, Joe held up one hand. No, don't tell me. I bet I know. He thought about Gus's long, rambling conversations, his easy manner with potential clients, his erratic, extended vacations. He smiled. You just love what you do. You love talking with people, asking them questions, learning all about them, finding ways you can help them, serve them, fill a need, share a resource. Gus stood up, ambled over to his coat rack, retrieved his tweed jacket, and winked at Joe. An old man's gotta have some fun. As Gus walked to the elevator door, Joe smiled and called out, see you at lunch. Gus turned and looked back at Joe, puzzled. Lunch? Joe chuckled, oh no, this time I have it figured out. You're the connector, right? So you're my lunch date at Pindar's tomorrow. So this would be Friday, so that means Joe would have gone through 4 stages so far, the 5th one being Friday as far as learning about and implementing the 5 laws of stratospheric success. Ah, the Friday guest. Gus gave a little laugh. Me? No, it's not me. He laughed again and stepped into the elevator, talking to himself as he went. The Friday guest. Now that should be fun. Chapter 12 coming up next.